it's Emma, and today we are doing a book discussion. And we are discussing King's Cage by Victoria Aveyard. It came out on the 3rd... I have no idea when this book came out. This is the 3rd book in the Red Queen series by Victoria Aveyard, and it is a dystopian with a little bit of fantasy thrown in. It's a bunch of mixture of things. I read Red Queen. I read Red Queen a little over a year ago now, and I read the first 2 books right next to each other, so it's been a hot minute since I've read the last 2 books, so it took me a while to remember what was happening in this book. Have no fear, I read it relatively quickly, I very much so enjoyed it, and I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars on the Goodreads scale. I know this is a controversial series because Dystopian is out, it's not really a big thing anymore, but I still like this series. I'm still up for some Dystopian if it's good. If you don't know, Red Queen is a series about a young girl named Mare Barrow, and she is poor and she has red blood, which is the lesser of the 2 types of blood. There's red blood and there's silver blood, and silver blood means you're high and mighty, and red blood means basically you're like a slave and you suck. That's what red blood means. Mare discovers that she has a little bit of pizzazz of her own to show the silvers, and things go down from there. I have to say the first book, Red Queen, is still my favorite of the 3 books, but I still really enjoyed this book nonetheless. That's all I have to say for the non-spoilery section, except to go read it, come back so you can discuss with me. Go away. Okay! Something that I really liked about King's Cage is it picks up right where the 2nd book leaves off. Like, literally, Mare is being crowned and collared and, you know, being humiliated publicly by Maven. So it pretty much leaves exactly where the 2nd book leaves off. It picks, it's intense and it's really great. I loved the beginning of this book, and it's intense. Mare is prisoner. How is she gonna handle imprisonment? That was my biggest question. Was she gonna break and crumble? Was she gonna stay strong? Was she gonna rebel? Was she gonna submit? Was she gonna turn to Maven's side? Okay, I really doubted the last one, but who knows? I mean, it's Mare. She's wild, unpredictable lightning girl. I'm sad to say that Lightning Girl really wasn't here during this book. While Mare was imprisoned, I felt like she was a different person, which I guess is fair to say because she had been mind tortured and has these power-sucking manacles on her the whole time. So I guess it's fair to say that she's gonna be a different person, but I don't know, like, definitely once she was rescued, I saw the Mare that I loved again. So we have 2 different points of views. We have Mare's, and then we have Cameron's point of view, mainly throughout the book. I don't know how I feel about Cameron's point of view. I really don't know what Cameron had to offer in this book, except for that one scene where she was there to handle Mare if she got out of control, which didn't happen. The whole time, Cameron is like, should I leave? Will I be abandoning you if I leave? Like, I don't know what to do. I have my brother now. Okay, hold up. Well, I didn't see Cameron's purpose besides wanting to get the brother back and wanting to get all those people back. Like, once that happened, what was her purpose? Like, I didn't understand why Cameron was chosen as the point of view. The only reason I can really think of is that Victoria Aveyard didn't want us to be in Cal's head for some reason. He wanted to be kind of more maybe secretive and not really know what Cal was thinking, to kind of worsen and increase the bomb drop at the end of this book. Like, that's the only reasoning I can really come up with. So one thing that I really enjoyed that we got to know Maven more on this book, and it was particularly creepy to learn how obsessed he was with Mare and how twisted his mother had made and shaped him. It was particularly saddening when he talked about how he didn't know what was real and what was made, and how he couldn't love because his mother took that away from him. And that was just really sad because you see what Maven could have been, and he's not. Like, I don't know, I totally sympathized with Cal when he was talking to Mare about possibly finding someone who could fix Maven, because we liked Maven. Like, Mare loved Maven, and he's just, it's just sad, okay? Like, I hate his guts, but at the same time, I just really hope that they'll be able to fix him. Another character that I don't really know what the point was to have them in this book was Killorn, or Killiorn, whatever his name is. He really didn't do anything. Like, he wasn't the opposing love interest. He wasn't the sidekick best friend. He really just kind of showed up for a few pages to make sure Mare was okay when she was brought back, and then was just there for moral support, I guess. Victoria built up these characters like Cameron and Killiorn. Like, they just lost their importance because the Scarlet Guard has been shrunken down and grown. I mean, I don't know. I just felt like none of them really shined to their full potential in this book. I know I've been talking about all the characters who I felt like had been really dimmed in this book and kind of taken away their power, but one character that kind of had the opposite effect was Evangeline. Evangeline, I felt like, really blossomed in this book. We really hate her, and she's evil, of course, but, you know, we kind of like her at the same time because she ended up freeing Mare and, you know, kind of allying with them at the end. And by the end of the book, Evangeline is kind of like pleading Mare to get her out of this wedding with Cal, and so Evangeline kind of totally flips and changes instead of just being a cold-hearted witch all the time. And I like that relationship with Elaine that I was saying. I don't know, like, Evangeline, she really blossomed. She wasn't just Maven's lapdog, and she didn't want to be queen. She didn't want to be his queen. I just really felt like Evangeline really stepped it up in this book, and I like her. She was one of my most interesting characters that I wanted to hear from and learn about, because I don't know. That's just what I felt, man. That's just what I felt. It was really hard to like Cal in this book because everyone kept talking about how we can't pick a side, which is totally true. I mean, he's technically on the red side and the Scarlet Guard side, but he's not at the same time. And we really see that at the end of the book, which was heartbreaking when he chose the throne instead of Mare. Cal is whining and heartbroken and lost without Mare. And as soon as he gets her back, what does he do? He picks the throne. Can we just talk about that for a second? Like, that was no better than what Maven did. Like I just, Then, of course, the book just ends in a wonderful way, and I have to wait a whole nother year for the next book. Okay, I gave this 4 out of 5 stars on the Goodreads scale, and I hope you enjoyed my book discussion. If you want to see more, make sure to go hit that subscribe button and like this video if you enjoyed King's Cage. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you next time.